Good evening and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Tonight I want to talk about banks. No, not one of these guys. These are big banks. I'm going to talk about a small bank. Old National Bank or Bank Corp. It's also a cheaper stock, which will help those that are trading with a small account. Let's get started. But before we do, I'd like you to subscribe. Stock Planner is an educational channel where we can be and learn from each other and be a stronger trader, more profitable. We can listen to each other. Don't listen to this guy. He's not your advisor. But we can listen to each other and learn from each other. Definitely don't listen to this guy. Do your own due diligence and learn this stuff. I started using Simply Wall Street about a month ago, and they use a snowflake analysis, and this is the first stock that I am talking about, that has filled the whole snowflake in. It does everything quite well according to this analysis tool. This bank does everything a typical bank would do. Commercial loans, real estate loans, letters of credit, financing, cars, and offers mobile banking services as well. The branches are mostly in Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Founded in 1834. 1834, wow. So it's an old bank. Looking at the FinBiz chart, we had a run up and a run down. Lots of peaks and valleys. And that's good for swing trading. It's still dropping, but some people will see it right here as a support level. Support, which is right at support. Its a target price from FinBiz is 21, currently trading at 16 or 17. So there's room to grow. It is optional and shortable. That's a requirement. And it's profitable, highly profitable. That's why it got such a high rating in Simply Wall Street. Not much upgrades or downgrades, no recent news. And according to Yahoo Finance, Old National is to announce its second quarter 21 earnings and hold a conference call on the 20th. So that'll be interesting. Looking at tip ranks, they have a free version and a paid version. This is the free version. As you can see, Old National is trading at 1666 and expected to go up to 20. There's only two analysts looking at this. It's a small stock, as you would expect. And the low, high, and average is 20. Remember 20. Sync 6 ranking and putting that 20 into our spreadsheet based on a $10,000 account, $5,000 and $5,000 margin, $5,000 starter capital, and making a trade of about $1,000. You could buy 60 shares and hold it for a year, and you get $200. Again, looking at Simply Wall Street, it says it's trading at 13% below its fair value. Let's take a look at it, which they say is using their calculations. Price earnings ratio should come up to about $19 below fair market value of $19.53, $20. Same as FinBiz. I meant tip ranks. Same as tip ranks, $20. This is interesting about the future growth after 2021. Expected to go parabolic. This company is doing better than the industry, and its forecast for the future is better than the industry. Earnings expected to grow significantly over the next 3 years. So this should be a climber. Looking at the trading view chart and plotting the zigzag, we can draw a Fibonacci, and this time I choose to go for the minor zig. The zigzag does not know what it's doing. That's when we like to take some action. This is the MACD. It's below the zero line, and that means it should go up. A lot of times we like to see the signal come below the 20 and come back around. It's already shooting up, and the RSI is below the 30 and came back around, shooting up. So we have an indicator here and an indicator here saying that the stock should go up. This is at its support. You have to ask yourself, is it going down, or is it coming back up to here, here, here? And this is the 50% retracement, which is about $17, $17.20. So that's where I think it's going to come up, $17.20. And it should do that fairly soon. I have written a routine to back test, and what I like to do is I like to try to get all three indicators within about 4 bars of each other to be timed at the same time within 4 bars, all hit, and then I take a trade. This is to be a short. Let's see if we have a, not quite, but we wouldn't take this anyway because this is not at the zero, right at the zero line. But we would take this one, and we would take this one. Let's see if we can get those to be, yeah, that's all. Said it would go up, eventually did, and this said it's going to go down, and it is. So I've written a routine to go back and back test it and see how it did for the last year instead of counting these like this manually. And let's check that out. This is ONB Broker, and you can see I have the chart. There is the MACD, stochastic, RSI, and the RSI, just like I showed up on the other chart. Here's your zigzag. Here's the program I wrote in AFL, which is a financial language. It's like PL1 or C++, not too difficult. The dates are 1 year ago. I'm running with no profit target, and what we're going to do is we're going to run the routine. Once we get a single, we'll run it for 18 days, 18 bars, to see if it holds true, because we want to trade options and stuff. Just want to see how it turns out with no profit target taken. A lot of times I set it at 5, but when you can run it for 18 days, you can have lots of opportunities to take it your profit earlier, 2%, 3%, whatever you want to do. But if it holds true for 18 days, you can trade an option too. That's why I want to see. I want to see how good the single is, how good, long lasting. By the way, I'm going to take long and short trades, and I'm going to trade with $100,000 just to get the number of singles. Running the back test, it takes only a few seconds, and we can see that we had a max loss 1, and let's see what the others have done. Okay, we ended up with $276 with a risk-adjusted return of $31. 31%. We had 12 trades, 8 winners, which makes 4 losers. The average bar was 17, so that's quite some time. That ate into our risk-adjusted, which risk-adjusted is the time you're in the trade. And when you swing trade, doing it this way, where you're in and out, it's not the same as taking $1,000 investing for 1 year. You can use that. You're in and out, and by the time when you're out, you can use that money for other trades. And so the risk-adjusted return is based only on the time you're in the trade. But in this case, we're taking 17 days. That's quite some time with a 66% win rate. Not bad numbers. I'm putting those numbers in. There's our win rate again. There's a risk-adjusted return, and there's results. So there's not much difference. If you want to tie your money up for 1 year, this is the way to go, and you can earn 16%. If you want to go in and out and swing trade, this is what you'll earn. You'll have to make 12 trades. You have to have some losers, but you'll end up with a little more profit. Plus, you have the money to do something else with it when you're not in a trade. Wonderful. This is why I swing trade. Okay, so in conclusion, we have a stock, Old National Bank Corp. It's doing everything pretty well. It's a small bank, though. Its current price is $16.66. It's trading under its fair value. And fair value estimate is about $19.53, about here. Tip rank says it's going to 20. It's got a ranking of 6. Everything seems to be pretty optimistic here, except for the hedge fund decreased. Tip rank has a hold rating. If you believe in the 50% retracement theory, it's going back up to 17.14. If you believe it's at support and it's going to bounce off support, that's where we're at now. Using my trading strategy, it performed well with the back test, both up and down. I like the stock. So for me, I'm going to try to get in on this cheap banking stock. What do you think? Please leave comments below. And remember, be careful about taking advice from people online. Do your own due diligence and learn it. How about subscribing and liking? Happy trading. Catch you in the flip.